Hey everyone, and welcome back to Buzz Reels.
Hello.
So the buzz has just been huge since Oppenheimer, hasn't it?
Sure.
And now we're finally getting ready to dive into what Christopher Nolan's actually doing next.
Yeah, exactly. It's the Odyssey.
The Odyssey.
I mean, when you hear Nolan's name on something, you just expect something.
Yeah.
Oh, big. And Homer's Odyssey, that's like the ultimate epic journey story.
Totally.
You know, Odysseus, king of Ithaca, spends 10 years fighting the Trojan War, then another whole decade trying to get home.
Facing off against monsters, gods, Poseidon, Zeus, the whole deal.
While Athena's sort of trying to help him get back to Penelope and Telemachus, his wife and son.
And this story's ancient, right? Like really ancient.
Well, yeah, we're talking way back, maybe 750 to 650 BC, and it's been adapted so many times. Silent films, Kirk Douglas back in the 50s.
Oh, and Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? From the Coen brothers. Love that one.
Such a great take. So yeah, Nolan tackling this, it just feels significant, monumental even.
It really does. So our mission today is basically to unpack everything we know so far about Nolan's version.
Let's do it.
Okay, so first things first. Universal Pictures dropped that image, didn't they, on X?
Yeah, that was our first look. Matt Damon as Odysseus. Looked pretty intense.
They really did. And they confirmed the date, too. July 17th, 2026.
Locked in. Classic Nolan summer release slot.
Right. But that image was just Damon. Everyone's been dying to know who else is joining this epic.
Well, the casting news has been trickling out, and honestly, it's shaping up to be incredible. A real who's who.
Okay, give us the latest.
So, recently announced, we've got Elliot Page.
From Inception, yeah.
Exactly. And Himesh Patel, who was great in Tenet.
Oh, good one.
Then there's Bill Irwin, who's just, brilliant everywhere. But Nolan fans will remember him voicing Tars in Interstellar.
Ah, yes.
And Samantha Morton, always compelling, think Minority Report.
Wow, okay, those are some heavy hitters joining.
And that's just the latest batch. They're adding to an already stacked list.
Yeah, because we already knew about people like Ragoth, right, from
Yeah.
Maggot 16 and Pearl.
Yeah.
And
John Leguizamo, who's just fantastic in everything. Encanto, John Wick.
he's everywhere. And Rafi Gavron.
From A Star is Born, yeah. And Shiloh Fernandez, who people might know from Euphoria.
It really is one of those casts where every announcement just adds another layer of wow.
Absolutely. I mean, just look at the names we have so far. Damon, obviously. Robert Pattinson.
Back with Nolan after Tenet.
Right. Tom Holland. Anne Hathaway.
Another Nolan alum. Interstellar, Dark Knight Rises.
Zendaya. Lupita Nyong'o. Charlize Theron. Benny Safdie. John Bernthal. It's staggering.
It really is. What's interesting, too, is the mix, isn't it? You've got returning collaborators like Damon, Pattinson, Hathaway, and now Page, Patel, Irwin joining that group.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have complete newcomers to Nolan's world.
Yeah.
Holland, Zendaya, Nyong'o, Theron. That's exciting.
It is. And, for a lot of fans, seeing Tom Holland and Zendaya on screen together again after the Spider-Man movies, that's going to be a big draw, too.
Oh, for sure. A built-in reunion, kind of.
Definitely.
Okay, so beyond the cast, what's the word from behind the scenes?
Yeah.
Any, insider buzz?
Well, Universal's own distribution chief, Jim Orr, he didn't hold back. He called it a visionary, once-in-a-generation cinematic masterpiece.
Wow, setting the bar high there.
Just a bit.
Yeah.
He also said it's propulsive, modern, and get this, has an out-of-this-world twist.
Ooh, okay. An out-of-this-world twist on the Odyssey. Now, that is intriguing. Nolan style.
Or makes you wonder what he's planning. And John Leguizamo also shared something interesting.
Oh.
He mentioned that even though it's this huge, massive budget film, Nolan runs a set kind of like an independent film. Very focused, clear vision, collaborative, but decisive.
Huh. That tracks with what you hear about him, doesn't it? That intense focus.
Yeah, seems like he knows exactly what he wants and how to get it, even on this scale.
And speaking of scale, IMAX.
Whoa.
We have to talk IMAX.
Of course. It wouldn't be Nolan without it, would it?
Pretty much. So yeah, confirmed. Shooting worldwide with brand new IMAX film technology.
Not just digital IMAX, but actual film and new film tech. He keeps pushing that format. We saw it in Oppenheimer, Dunkirk, Tenet, Interstellar.
He just knows how to make that screen feel enormous, immersive.
And the worldwide part isn't just talk either. The locations sound properly epic.
Okay, where are they headed?
Well, the big one confirmed early on was Sicily, specifically the island of Favignana.
Why there? Is there a connection?
Yeah, apparently many people believe that's the island where Odysseus actually landed. His first stop back, Kind of. They're expected to start filming there in spring 2025.
Cool piece of historical connection, potentially.
Right. But it's not just Italy. They're also confirmed for the UK, Morocco, Scotland, and Ireland.
Wow. Okay, so this is a proper globe-trotting production.
Yeah.
Really leaning into the journey aspect.
Exactly. It sounds like they want that authentic, grand, international feel.
Makes sense. And behind the camera, it's the usual team, mostly.
Pretty much. Nolan's writing, directing, producing. His wife and longtime producing partner Emma Thomas is producing alongside him.
The standard power duo.
Yep. And for that Sicily shoot, they're getting help from Italy's Wild Side, which is a big production company over there.
Gotcha. Okay, so the million-dollar question. How close is this going to be to Homer's actual poem?
Yeah. That's still a bit unclear, honestly. Universal is calling it a mythic action epic shot across the world.
Which sounds accurate, but vague enough.
Exactly. It definitely captures the vibe, the scale. But will we see Circe, the sirens, Polyphemus the Cyclops? And how will Nolan handle that very episodic structure of the original story?
Right. He's not exactly known for straightforward adaptations, is he? He always puts his own spin on things.
Definitely. So it'll be fascinating to see what parts of the myth he focuses on, what he might, well, reinterpret or reimagine. That out-of-this-world twist comment comes back to mind.
It really does.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we won't know for sure till we see it, I guess. But we know when we'll see it.
We do. July 17th, 2026. Mark those calendars.
Worldwide theatrical release.
Yeah.
And again, that July slot feels very deliberate. Oppenheimer, Dunkirk, Inception, The Dark Knight.
It's his prime real estate for a big event movie.
Absolutely. Okay, so just quickly recap the key stuff.
Let's do it.
We've got Matt Damon as Odysseus, an absolutely stellar ensemble cast mixing Nolan and veterans and exciting newcomers.
Right. Shooting globally with brand new IMAX film cameras. Locations like Sicily, Morocco, the UK.
Nolan, writing, directing, producing with Emma Thomas. Described as a mythic action epic with maybe some big twists.
And hitting cinemas July 17th, 2026.
Whew, okay. It's shaping up to be massive, isn't it?
Truly feels like one of those must-see cinematic events already.
So we've got to ask you all watching, what part of Nolan's The Odyssey are you most excited about right now? Is it the cast, the IMAX approach, the potential twist?
Or maybe a specific character casting? Who are you most hyped to see?
Let us know down in the comments. We really want to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, definitely chime in.
And hey, if you enjoyed this deep dive, if you liked getting into all the details we have so far on The Odyssey,
Please do us a favor.
Smash that like button. And definitely subscribe to BuzzReel so you don't miss any future updates or our other deep dives into the latest movie and TV news.
It really helps the channel out.
Thanks so much for tuning in, everyone.
See you next time.